The month of October has begun, which means there's a slew of new games coming out this month that we're going to take a look at. We have a GameSpot article pulled up to take a look at the biggest game releases of October of this year, and we're going to see if there's any games potentially out there that you guys might want to pick up over the course of this month. We're going to see what the popular ones are and see for ourselves whether or not this is going to be a good month for gaming, or we're just going to have to wait until later on. There's a couple good picks, but we'll take a look at what the list has going for us. We're also going to be talking about a little bit more about the past few days of the EA buyout as well as the Xbox Game Pass debacle. A lot more information has come out and a lot more things to kind of delve into a little bit about both things because they're both very huge things happening in gaming right now. But the more important thing realistically today is what are we going to be playing over the next month? What are we going to be playing for the rest of this year and into the next year? So we're going to be taking a look at a list of games and see what we got going for us. But before we get into it, be sure to like this video if you guys like it and be sure to sub for more. We upload videos every day, Monday through Friday, and then we stream Saturday mornings at 9 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. So GameSpot's got the biggest game releases of October 2025. As we can see directly in the center, Ghost of Yotai should be pretty interesting. That just went out today, I believe. Yep, October 2nd. So that is going to start this list off for the PS5. I'm definitely going to wait until two things. One, it comes out on PC, and also when I get a PC. So probably going to be a year or so. I don't remember how long it took for the first game, Ghost of Tsushima, to come out on PC, but nonetheless, going to wait for that. But should be good. Hopefully it's a good sequel. I don't know too much about it. I've heard somewhat good things from people that got a little bit of an early time into it, so I'm here for it. And yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see on that. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 available for the Switch too. Cool. Galaxy games are fun. Probably not gonna bother with this. Again, I'm still not decided on whether or not to get a Switch 2. It's definitely down the road sort of deal, and that's money saved for virtually anything else. So Switch 2, if I can get it for the Switch, cool. If not, I'll probably just postpone this for quite a bit. But that also went live today. Tomorrow, Digimon Story Time Stranger. I'm not a huge fan of Digimon, Pokemon, like all of that. I've been more in and out of. Digimon I never got into. I was pretty much just only a Pokemon guy, so not too worried about that. But PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S coming out tomorrow for Friday, so cool if you're into Digimon. If not, oh well. Battlefield 6, probably the only other, if not the biggest release coming out for PC, PS5, and Xbox X Series X. October 10th. So it's coming. It's right down there. A week from now, next Friday, I believe. Yeah. So it's gonna be huge. Hopefully everything goes good. Hopefully the campaign is awesome. Hopefully the battle royale is cool and the multiplayer is fantastic. So a lot of things going for it. It's gonna make or break a lot of people's opinions on AAA studio games, I think, going forward. And EA is definitely gonna have to line this one up like 8-ball center pocket, call your shots. They have to be really on point for this. So really hoping for the best. But let's see, is Gia 7 complete? I have no idea what this is. Release date October 10th, same day as Battlefield, coming out for the Switch too. Switch games, just not really here for right now. Little Nightmare 3, October 10th, coming out on virtually everything. Follows two friends. They attempt to escape their nightmarish world. Probably like a 2D scroller sort of deal. Like the previous games, the threequel, there is a third. Okay. Has spooky environments and creepy monsters looking to thwart your plans? Sure. I mean, if you're into that, I'm here for it. I know nothing about it, but let's go. Pop off. Just Dance 2026 edition. Meh. Could really care less. PS5, Xbox X, Series X and S, Switch, yada, yada, yada. The whole shebang. Coming out October 14th, so about 2 weeks later-ish, a little under 2 weeks. We got Pokemon Legends Z through A. This is probably the third biggest thing on this list, I would imagine. Release date's going to be October 16th, so in about 2 weeks. Platform Switch 2 and the Switch 1. 30 years Pokemon games have largely stuck the foundations of turn-based battling, but this one looks to shake the formula up with the new gameplay decisions. I've seen some video. There's a lot more movements in the fighting, but I haven't delved into it that much. This is honestly something I thought Pokemon was going to get into a lot earlier than it did. The turn-based combat was an obvious choice point, especially for the early editions of the game, but it's finally in this year it's evolved its battle scenarios, its gameplay decisions. So cool, awesome, interested to see if it works. Again, at least it's for the Switch and not just the Switch 2. I kind of feel like it should have been just for the Switch 2 to kind of push people over if the game pops off in that direction. But if it does, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to getting it for the Switch. So we'll find out. I'm not too sure about it. I did play the previous one on the Switch, but I don't know. I've been in and out of Pokemon. I played all the early ones. Like, my very first one was actually the Yellow Edition on the Game Boy. I don't think it was Game Boy Color. No. It was the original Game Boy in black and white. That first iteration, that's long, rectangular, blocky Game Boy, that one. Pokemon Yellow, and then I forget which ones I went after that. I did the Gold Edition. Yeah, I honestly can't remember. But all those early, like the first couple of region transitions, region games I played, but after that, I just kind of fell off. So, cool if you're, I mean, there's definitely a lot of people still into Pokemon, but I don't know. I'm not too into it right now. Keeper, coming out October 17th, a couple weeks away, PC, Xbox Series X and S. Not too sure what this one is. Double Fine knows how to craft an attention-grabbing game, but Keeper might be just one of the stranger titles. Yeah, puzzle adventure led by veteran developer Lee Petty. Keeper features a long-forgotten lighthouse and a cheeky seabird who team up to embark on a journey of discovery. Sure, why not? I'm here for it. On Steam. I gotcha. Jurassic World Evolution 3, meh. October release date, the 21st. PC, PS5, Xbox, yada yada. Jurassic Park Management Game Series, cool. I haven't played too much of these, like I'm thinking Roller Coaster Tycoon and all of that. I've played some, but not too many. I'm not opposed to these games, but in terms of like sandbox and simulation sort of games, I more prefer like one game I'm waiting to get official 1.0 release is Farthest Frontier, but one of those, Banished, would have been an earlier, I guess, iteration of that kind of game. Those are fun. I really like those. And then you're fighting other NPCs that have their bases or civilizations. It's almost like an RTS, but more on the sim side and less on the combat and win a competitive game side. Those games are fun. The Tycoon games, sure, not really my avenue, but I do like the concept. But Jurassic World, I feel it, but not really. This, Ninja Gaiden 4, has got to be one of the other bigger picks on this list. October 21st, so a little bit more at the tail end of the month for PC, PS5, Xbox. I've already had a polished remaster of classic Ninja Gaiden this year in a retro-inspired spin-off, but this year the Ninja Gaiden continues with a brand new mainline entry into the series co-developed by Team Ninja and Platinum Games. This is going to be huge. This is going to pop off 100%. Coming out on all the major platforms except for the Switch, probably at a later date, I would imagine. Yeah, this one I'm definitely going to look into a little bit more. Definitely not going to get because I don't know if I'm going to be able to run it, but I did play the older Ninja Gaiden games. But yeah, when I saw that this was coming out, I was like, ooh, sick. Hey, old IP, just bring it back in. Why not? Then we got Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. No idea. Coming out pretty much the same day as Ninja Gaiden, PC, PS5, Xbox. So, cool. One of the running themes of 2025 is that a long-in-development sequel are finally being released. I remember hearing someone say something about that. Like, this thing has been in development for forever. That includes Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, a game that's been a rocky development cycle and multiple delays. Yikes. Okay, well, hopefully it makes up for the long development cycle. So, yeah, that definitely sucks. Painkiller, know nothing of. 21st. Okay, we got a three-peat, right? Yeah, Ninja Gaiden, Vampire, and Painkiller all coming out on the 21st. All right. PC, PS5, Xbox. What's old is new again as the classic Painkiller series is back. Billed as the old-school FPS game reimagined. I have no idea. Yeah, this is definitely something I skipped if it was that old, so no idea. Dispatch, release date coming out on the 22nd. Looks like it'll be a reminder of just how episodic video games used to be, as this choose-your-own-adventure superhero game from ex-Telltale devs. Oh, interesting. We'll see 2 episodes drop every 2 weeks. First episode is the narrative adventure that stars Breaking Bad's Aaron Paul and Westworld's Jeffrey Wright. Will arrive October 22nd. Jeez. Okay, this for people who are very interested in that style of game, sure, the more like narrative-focused ones, less gameplay elemental ones, this could pop off. Like, that sounds kind of cool. PC, PS5, no Xbox, feels bad, man. So, yeah, I bet a lot of people will be in for this, especially Aaron Paul is starring in it. That's actually kind of sick. Comes out October 22nd, so I'm here for it. Double Dragon Revive on the 23rd for everything. It's been a checks watch, a long time since we saw any Double Dragon in action. That's just a lot of games, apparently. Long development cycles, and they're finally being released. So, cool. Double Dragon Revive looks like it might be a great revival of the classic beat-em-up action. Okay, developed by a studio that knows a thing or two about big, beefy boys clobbering each other. Yucks. This new spin on Double Dragon gives the Lee brothers a graphical makeover as they face off against an army of ruffians. All right. I can get down with that kind of game, I suppose. And then we got Once Upon a Katamari. No, I know nothing. Oh, is this the game? Oh, yeah, where you roll around? I've seen this, never played it. Seen it, never played it. Coming out on the 23rd. PC, PS5, Xbox, and Switch. Yeah, I want to say it was a Switch game, more or less, right? Or is it everywhere? I don't know. I've seen it. Waited 14 years for brand new Katamari Damacy? I don't know. Game, and at long last we could pop in on some Limp Bizkit and keep on rolling. Rolling. All right. Once Upon a Katamari is released. Got it. Cool. Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. I remember the first time this came out, and I was like, this is weird, but it's actually kind of a fun time. Comes out for everything, October 23rd. For many Plants vs. Zombies fans, the magic of the original game just cannot be beaten. I kind of feel that. The nostalgia pick for Steam, I can see it. And then finally capping off a huge drop for a lot of people. I did kind of play The Outer Worlds 1, but I did not finish it. So it's like I'm here for it, but not completely. Coming out at the end of the month on the 29th, just a couple days before Halloween. PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. One of Microsoft's biggest game releases this year, The Outer Worlds 2, is a return to Obsidian's galaxy of retro futuristic tech and a satirical look at corporate capitalism run amok, for sure. I definitely got the feel from that in the first game, so cool, awesome. Outer Worlds 2 should be huge. And then we've got Arc Raiders. This is probably the, another big drop. Set in the future world where humanity has been driven underground by dangerous machines, Arc Raiders is a multiplayer extraction shooter from Embark Studios. I'm very interested to see if this game pops out for the extract shooter genre, and it's not just Tarkov taking over the world in that aspect, in that lane. So Arc Raiders coming out right before Halloween, October 30th on PC, PS5, and Xbox. So yeah, this one I'm definitely going to be looking into to see how well this pops off. So hoping for it. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. Like I said in a previous video when talking about Dragon Quest, cool, but I'm not like super hyped about it. I do like the newer ones. I'm looking for a Dragon Quest 8 remake because that was a PS2 title, like the first one I got into. Now, I think I played an early one. I just don't remember. But that was the one, at least in recent-ish memory, because that was like mid-2000s when that came out. But I'm looking for a remake on that, unless there is one and I just didn't look. But Dragon Quest is a good franchise, so that's awesome. October 30th, all the things. So if you're into that, totally. And quality of life remakes, so I'm definitely here for that. And then Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I remember we made a video last month, a couple weeks ago, talking about how, if you want to pick this up, you're more than welcome to go for it. It was the original game that started the one of the reasons that the ESRB came into existence to drop maturity ratings on certain video games. So I'm here for it. Coming out October 30th for all the things. And then Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage. I don't think I've ever played this series. Not too into the fighting ones. It's like Mortal Kombat, and that's pretty much it. Smash Brothers, and that's pretty much it. Street Fighter, less so. I just wasn't too into the fighting games. Release date 30th, coming out PS5 and Xbox, no PC, rip. What else? Mina the Hollower, no idea, coming out on Halloween, coming out for everything. Shovel Knight developer Yacht Club Games has a new pixelated adventure out this month in the form of Mina the Hollower. Shovel Knight developer, Yacht Club, okay. So I would imagine some fans of Hollow Knight would probably, or Shovel Knight rather, would be down to play something like this, at least for supporting Yacht Club Games. So I'm here for it. That's cool. But yeah, honestly, like 5 games or so that are coming out this month that are the big headliners for sure. Everything else kind of good. All depends on whether or not people want to play them. Some people, for the niche titles, or some people just want to play literally everything. I feel it. But yeah, a lot of big titles coming out, like, again, Ghost of Yotai, Ninja Gaiden, Battlefield, like a lot of big ones coming out. So let's also hop over a little bit more to the EA buyout and the Xbox Game Pass. I wanted to talk a little bit more about those. So yesterday we talked about the Game Pass, and then I believe it was Tuesday. I forget which date specifically that we talked about the EA. It was on the 29th, which was Monday. Close. But so the Xbox Game Pass cancellations have apparently caused the sign-up sites to crash after the announcement that they were raising the price to $30 a month, which is kind of wild. And also something interesting is that they don't offer a bundle buy. Like, you have to do $30 a month every single month. You can't do $300 for a whole year, because it would turn out to be, I believe, $360 if you were to do 12 months straight. So there's no do it for 6 months or a year, unless there is and I just missed it, but I didn't see that anywhere. If they do add that, that's a little bit of a saving grace. If they don't, it's going to still turn off a lot of people. And speaking of which, turning off a lot of people, like I said, the cancellations have apparently caused the sign-up site to crash right after they announced that it was going up. So a lot of people are dumping, and I totally feel it. Going from $20 a month, $30 a month, a lot of people are gauging and looking at that and being like, dude, no, like, sorry. $30 a month for 2 months basically gives you the price of a full game. So now you're weighing the option, especially if you're playing like only a few games, you're weighing the option of just buying the game outright versus having a subscription model where you have access to a large catalog of games that you want to play. But the issue, and this is the issue that I brought up yesterday when it came to them adding in the Ubisoft Classics playlist and the EA Play thing, and then the Fortnite, I forget what that was called again. If you are not a gamer that lines up with all the things that they added, then this is unappealing to you. And it's significantly unappealing to me, especially considering, again, that my computer cannot handle a lot of new games right now because I'm still outdated in terms of hardware. So it's a huge turnoff for me, and it's something I'm just never going to consider. I'm only going to consider games that I can buy outright, that I know my computer can play on day one. And then, honestly, the day one or early day, no, it's being able to play a game, brand new game, day one, if you have the Ultimate Edition. And it's like, that's cool, but again, that does not, I feel like, push the envelope, I think, for a lot of people. It's a nice thing, and they added more games that are going to be available day one, which is cool, but again, not pushing the envelope. Now, the only issue that's going to come from this is that I feel as if the amount of people that are going to cancel their subscriptions is really not going to force Xbox to reconsider the price hike. Because I know a lot of people might hope that that might be the case. We're going to have to wait and see how that is. We do not have an accurate number of the splits between the three, and I guess four. There is a fourth, a PC-only Game Pass thing that you can buy. I believe they raised the price to that from like $11 to $12 to $16.50, which apparently, based on what it offers, it's more or less the premium subscription minus a few other things, because it's a PC-only bundle. It's a PC-only Game Pass, and that most definitely does not push anyone into getting that, for sure. Not definitely for me. It's just not a consideration. But so the amount of people, if Xbox were to take a look at the amount of cancellations that are going through the game right now, the fear is that I think a lot of people who are canceling their Game Passes might hope that that might force them to drop the price, but I don't think it will, because the amount of people, and again, to reiterate, we don't know the split between all four different Game Pass and how many players own each one, which one's the most popular. We have no idea. But rough guesstimate is that somewhere between 8 to 12 million people would have to actually cancel their subscription models in order for the revenue that they earn from the Game Pass to be exactly where it was at the $20 edition before the price hike. A lot of people. We're talking a third, and I did bring this up a little bit in yesterday's video, and I just really want to put that forward. A third of the cancellations have to go through before Xbox just basically hits even where they were before. And I think that's where they're betting that doesn't happen, because 10 million people canceling their subscriptions feels like a very difficult number to achieve. And I bet you more than anything that's what they're hoping is not going to happen. If that number is shy of them hitting that, then it's a profit. So they're probably betting that there are going to be a lot of people that are losing or canceling their subscriptions just ditching the Game Pass completely outright, or at least dropping off from the Ultimate Edition to the Premium Edition, so that they're still getting revenue per month. But again, the total amount of people canceling their subscriptions needs to go over probably 10 million people. A third of it needs to be cut in order for it to be a net neutral or a net negative. A lot of people have to do it. And, based on the fact that they crashed the sign up sites, it'd be interesting to see how many cancellations actually do materialize. Best estimates right now is that there's 35 million people that have a Game Pass. But again, we don't know the split between the 4 different Game Passes. So that's just 35 million people who have a Game Pass. And if that number does not drop below 25, it's still a revenue generation for them, for the most part, I would imagine. There are still some people that are just like, $30 a month kind of sucks, but whatever. Like, all my games are on there. I'm locked in. I can play them on whatever platform that I want, on the Xbox, on the PC. Like, some people are seriously locked into that style of gaming that I don't think a lot of people are going to cut it. It's just the people that kind of ride that, but also get their own games in some other way. So it is what it is for the most part. Again, we're going to have to find out how this all goes down. But also, one thing I want to bring up is the EA buyouts. I want to stress right now that a lot of people are just like, this is crazy. I can't believe EA got bought out. Nothing is finalized yet. Don't forget, this all still needs to be done over the course of time up until the beginning of their fiscal year, Q1 of their fiscal year, which is between April and June of next year, 2026. A lot of things still need to go through. For instance, the shareholders need to approve of the buyouts in order to have that one step of a few go through. As far as I know, I don't know if that vote has gone through. You guys may have to remind me in the comments if that did. As far as I know, it didn't get approved yet. I don't know when the vote is. But basically, if they shoot it down, then it doesn't go through. That's just one hurdle that they have to get over. If they do approve the buyouts, then yeah, that's just one step. The next step, and this has to do with the fact that we have foreign money investment coming in from the Saudi Arabian financial group, whatever it's called again, PIF. Since it's coming in from a foreign government, it's coming from a foreign entity, the DOJ and the FTC have to get involved to ensure there's no issues with that. There's no antitrust. There's no all the other stuff, all the other issues with it. That has to get approved, and that also has to get approved within that time frame between now and April, May, or June of next year. So again, want to stress, nothing is set in stone. Nothing is done. This is just on the table. This is what it is. So nothing is approved. Nothing is approved. EA has not been bought out yet. They approved it. EA said, okay, but there's still other steps that need to go through in order for it to be done. So we're still waiting for that. I'm going to do my best to keep an eye out for any improvements to that direction, or whether or not we're going to get an article at some point saying it just didn't go through. So everyone just needs to just keep an eye out and see if anything manifests from it. But until then, there's, a lot of stuff happening in the gaming world. But yeah. And again, if this goes through, it's going to raise up serious questions as to what are the other developers and publishers are going to do. So we're going to have to wait and see on that. But with that, dudes, I'm out of here. That's going to be it for the rest of this video. It's going to be it for the rest of the day. And we'll be back on tomorrow for another video. Before I go, also, don't forget to like the video and sub to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. We are making some serious moves, I will say. The stats on the podcast, at the very least with the YouTube forcing me to actually make a podcast section on the YouTube channel, but the analytics are looking pretty good. I will say the analytics so far based on these videos have been huge compared to the live streams and the post videos and even the shorts that we've uploaded. I still get plenty of views on some of my shorts, but it's more the videos that I think have been spearheading a bit of the growth. So again, guys, I greatly appreciate it. I really do. So again, any likes or subs to the channel would be immense, would be absolutely huge. And be sure to let me know if you guys are enjoying the content thus far. Do not be afraid to post anything into the comments. I read them all. So any feedback you guys want to leave, I would greatly appreciate it. But with that, dudes, I'm out of here. Again, if you guys like the video, be sure to give it a like and sub for more. I'll be back on tomorrow for another video. You guys have a good rest of your Thursday. I will see you guys tomorrow for some more gaming nonsense. Until then, guys, you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys later.